Welcome to the Time in Photo Capsule channel, where we reveal the other side of history.
A Vietnamese family rushes to Saigon in June 1972, when the war reached its peak. Their faces reflect fear and hope as they leave their home in search of safety and a better life amidst the harsh conflicts. The emergence of women's bodybuilding in the 1980s was a landmark event. Women began actively participating in this discipline, showcasing the strength and beauty of their bodies. This era was marked by new standards of beauty and physical fitness, which sparked interest in bodybuilding among women. The photograph shows the commandant of the concentration camp, Amon Gert, on the balcony of his villa, preparing to shoot prisoners with a rifle. In 1945, he was arrested by American troops. A year later, the Krakow court found him guilty of murdering over 2,000 people and sentenced him to death by hanging. In this photograph, we see one of the first flights of the Buran on the back of the giant transport aircraft Maria. This historic event took place in 1989 in the Soviet Union and marked an important milestone in the development of the country's space program. The photograph was taken from the board of the accompanying An-74. The first ever image of a baby in the womb, taken in 1965, became a true sensation in medicine and science. This discovery opened new horizons for the study of pregnancy and human development, while also raising important questions about life and the right to exist, provoking widespread public resonance and discussion. The photo captures a beach in St. Petersburg, Florida in 1964. It's a warm sunny day and people are enjoying their time by the water. The surreal atmosphere of summer, combined with vibrant colours, creates an indescribable feeling of freedom and carefree living. This beach was popular among tourists and locals alike. The image shows undelivered Christmas packages in New York City, USA in 1944. The recipients of these parcels had either died or gone missing, and this photograph serves as a poignant reminder of the bitterness of war and its consequences. Albert Einstein in a 1947 photograph appears focused and serene. The renowned physicist continued to explore the mysteries of the universe, and his ideas on relativity, quantum mechanics, and cosmology had a tremendous impact on science. Albert Einstein with bodyguards in a 1940 snapshot. The scientist, famous for his discoveries in physics, was always in the spotlight. This moment captured the atmosphere of the time, when scientists became symbols of hope and progress, even during the turbulent years of World War II. In the 1970s, American model Marilyn Lang captivated runways and audiences alike with her charm and style. She became one of the fashion icons of that era, inspiring many young women to pursue their dreams in the world of fashion and beauty, leaving a vibrant mark on history. In the 1970s, Bill Gates enjoyed riding his bicycle through the picturesque streets of the USA. This moment symbolises his pursuit of freedom and independence while the world of technology was just beginning to develop, and his name was not yet widely known. Returning home from school in Dartmoor, England in 1976. This photograph captures children joyfully walking down the road, discussing their day at school. This moment conveys the atmosphere of the simple joys of childhood and the significance of school years in everyone's life. An aerial shot of one of 5 German seaplanes attacking the British submarine C-25 off the coast of Harwich in 1918. As a result of this attack, 6 crew members were killed, but the submarine itself remained afloat, demonstrating the resilience of the sailors. In 1930, the Mickey Mouse fan club held its first meeting. These devoted Disney cartoon fans gathered to celebrate their love for their favourite character. Mickey became a symbol of childhood for many, and his adoration united people from different parts of the country. In this picture, a truck has fallen into a hole that formed in the pavement. The photo was taken in the USA in 1952 and serves as a reminder of how unpredictable the consequences of nature and poor road conditions can be. Diana Rigg in a photograph from the 1960s. She became a symbol of Hollywood's golden age thanks to her role as Olenna Tyrell in the series Game of Thrones. The actress captivated audiences with her talent and charisma, leaving a significant mark on the film industry. In 1959, a group of 22 students set a unique world record by squeezing into a telephone booth. This event became not only a humorous moment, but also a symbol of student friendship and perseverance. The photograph capturing this quirky incident still brings smiles and memories of carefree youth to many people. On a hot summer day in Paris, a little girl quenches her thirst at an old fountain. This simple yet touching moment fills the atmosphere with an invisible magic of childhood and carefree joy, as each sip of water feels like a true delight. The demonstration flight around the Statue of Liberty, carried out by Wilbur Wright in his Model A airplane on September 28, 1909, was an important step in the history of aviation. This moment symbolised humanity's achievements and a striving for new heights that inspired many to explore the skies. The photograph features the famous gangsters Bonnie and Clyde, captured in 1932 or 1934. Their names embody an era of crime and romance, and their story continues to stir the hearts of people even today. An indigenous settlement on the Great Plains in 1890 showcases a simple yet remarkable way of life. The landscape is full of harmony, and the traditions of the native people are preserved in every aspect of their daily existence. Here, time seems to have stopped, reflecting the connection between humans and nature. The interior of a German submarine from World War I. The narrow passages and steel structures of the underwater vessel create an atmosphere of confinement and tension, characteristic of those tumultuous times when sailors lived in constant anticipation. The captains of Chelsea and Tottenham, along with an elegant referee, watched the coin being tossed before the 1913 match. This moment became a traditional ritual, symbolising the spirit of competition and fair play, which is important in the world of football, where passion and rivalry always come first. Queen Elizabeth II, majestic and confident, poses alongside young Prince Charles. This photograph, taken in 1952, embodies the continuity of traditions and the family ties that connect the royal family with future generations. The legendary Stephanie Seymour in a 1992 photo. This model and actress embodied the ideal of beauty of her time. Her appearances in fashion magazines and in films became an inspiration for many. Liv Tyler, at just 16 years old, captured a moment with her mother Bebe Buell, who was 40 at the time. This photograph from 1993 showcases not only family ties, but also the beauty of youth and the passing of legacy between generations, which always stirs the hearts of viewers. The The Mobile Rescue Tower, featured in a photograph from 1929, showcases the technological advancements of Germany at that time. This device was designed to save lives in emergencies, reflecting a commitment to safety and readiness for any challenges society may face. In the 1950s, an unusual fashion trend emerged: bullet-shaped bras that created a pointed silhouette of the breasts. This peculiar style became a symbol of femininity of that era, reflecting changes in the perception of female beauty and fashion. Moscow, Manezhnaya Square. On March 10, 1991, the largest anti-government rally in the history of the Soviet Union unfolded here. Hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets demanding Gorbachev's resignation, marking a pivotal moment in the country's history. This photograph captures a man with a machine gun in the Cook County Jail during the Chicago riots of 1919. These events became iconic in the city's history as racial tensions reached their peak and the streets were filled with protesters and clashes between various groups. Madge Bellamy was one of the brightest stars of the silent film era in the 1920s. Her talent and charisma captivated audiences, and the films she starred in became true masterpieces. At a time when sound had not yet arrived in cinema, she managed to convey emotions and feelings without words, making her an icon of that era. At the height of his fame, Charlie Chaplin decided to participate in a lookalike contest in San Francisco. He certainly expected to take first place, but he ended up only in 20th place. This event demonstrated that even legends cannot always predict the outcomes of their own trials. In this photograph, a German soldier in a gas mask celebrates Easter in a trench on the Eastern Front in 1917. In his hands is an Easter egg made of snow, symbolising hope and resilience even in the most challenging times. On the streets of New York in 1970, a fashionista in a stylish outfit rides in a subway car. This image reflects the spirit of the time when street fashion was becoming bolder and more eclectic, with the city itself serving as a backdrop for new trends. Nancy Reagan gently covers her husband Ronald Reagan's head as he, forgetting about his recent surgery, removes his hat to greet the gathered crowd. This moment is captured in 1989 when the couple was in the spotlight and their interaction became a symbol of their strong bond. The photo depicts an ordinary immigrant family in New York in 1900. They've just arrived in a new country, filled with hopes for a better future and ready to face the challenges that await them in their new home. This photograph captures a huge cod caught in Quebec, Canada in 1943. This moment became a symbol of fishing and the abundance that nature provided, despite the challenges of wartime. This photograph particularly highlights the gentleman on the spire, taken in 1926. This image has become a symbol of elegance and style, reflecting the spirit of its time and the aspiration for excellence in art and architecture. The Sternberg Brewery, around 1900, employed unique wagons for transporting its famous beer. These special transport vehicles ensured not only reliability, but also the preservation of product quality, which contributed to the beer's popularity in the market. The signing of Japan's surrender aboard the battleship Missouri became a landmark moment of World War II in 1945. This event symbolised the end of the conflict and the beginning of a new world order, altering the fates of nations and millions of people. The battleship, which became the site of this historic meeting, will be remembered for a long time. A train slowly passing through the picturesque Brazilian mountains in the 1960s became a symbol of travel and adventure. This natural scene will forever remain in memory, reminding us of the beauty of the world and humanity's desire to explore uncharted places in search of new experiences and discoveries. In this photograph, the Soviet ambassador to the UK, Ivan Maysky, addresses workers engaged in tank production for the Soviet Union in Birmingham, 1943. His words inspire the labourers contributing to the fight against fascism, emphasising the importance of their work for victory in the war. Fingerprints began to be used for identification after a complicated case in Kansas, where two individuals with the same name and appearance became suspects in one crime. Thanks to the differences in fingerprints, it was possible to determine who among them was truly guilty. The onslaught of the blizzard of the century in Nebraska, 1949. The snapshot showcases the aftermath of the elements, where nature displayed its power and beauty, leaving behind howling winds and snowdrifts that concealed the world beneath a white blanket. Rommel inspects the fortifications along the coast in Normandy in 1944. This area would soon become the landing zone for Utah. Under his command, important defensive positions were prepared that would play a crucial role in the course of military operations during World War II. In 1920, secret organisations were actively operating in Latin America, playing a significant role in political and social changes. These groups often operated in the shadows, organising coups and influencing the fates of entire countries, leaving a noticeable mark on the region's history. In this photo, we see a serene dog curiously examining ice cream. France, 1920s to 1930s. A time when the simple joys of life, such as sweets and friendship with four-legged companions, were especially valued in everyday life. St Paul's Cathedral in London, damaged during the bombing in 1940, amazed the world with its resilience. Despite the destruction, it remained a symbol of hope and the spirit of the British people during the difficult times of World War II. This photograph serves as a reminder of courage and the will to triumph over adversity. The cathedral and castle in Limburg an der Lahn, Hesse, Germany. This photo, taken in 1899, captured the beauty of architecture and the harmony of nature, embodying a spirit of the time when each stone carried a story within it. In this touching photograph, a soldier embraces his wife after the parade celebrating the 40th anniversary of the GDR. The look, filled with love and pride, reflects the complexity of those times. Berlin, 1989, became a symbol not only of military might, but also of human emotions that defy time. Museum employees meticulously cleaned the elephant's skin before the exhibition at the American Museum of Natural History in New York in June 1933. This task requires attention to detail and respect for nature to properly present the exhibit. In this 1966 photograph, Sophia Loren, one of the brightest stars of cinema, is captured surrounded by her loved ones, her sister Anna Maria and mother Romilda. Sophia's gaze is filled with warmth and vitality, and her smile speaks of strong family ties and happy moments shared together. Dancers at Disneyland in 1955 gifted audiences with unforgettable moments of joy and fun. Their bright costumes and energetic performances created an atmosphere of magic and happiness, making every visit to the park memorable. Photographs from those years preserve the spirit of the era and the joy of childhood. The picture shows the Tower Bridge, illuminated by flashes during the German bombings in the UK in 1940. These devastating attacks during World War II left their mark on London's history as the city found itself under constant threat. In the DeLorean factory in Northern Ireland, cars were being produced in 1981 that aimed to become symbols of the future. This factory embodied dreams of innovation and change, although its history turned out to be full of difficulties and challenges. Hideki Tojo, the Prime Minister of militaristic Japan, became known for his determination. On September 11, 1945, unwilling to be captured by the Americans, he attempted to commit suicide, but failed. He was rescued, treated, and then tried and sentenced to death. This moment symbolised the end of the Japanese militaristic era. The driver, clearly enjoying the moment, pulls out a picnic set from the elegant trunk of his Rolls-Royce. Against the backdrop of the majestic urban landscapes of New York in the 1930s, this scene seems to symbolise the luxury and freedom accessible to only a few. Jakob Nacken was the tallest soldier of the Wehrmacht, standing at 242 centimetres. In this photograph, he is already in captivity, highlighting the contrast between his physical power and vulnerability in difficult times. A vibrant and colourful docker from the Marseille port in the 1970s. His face, full of life's energy and laborious days, tells the story of the harsh working conditions faced by sailors. This period was a time of growth and change for the port city, where life was bustling. On August 23, 1989, about 2 million residents of Latvia, Estonia and Lithuania formed a human chain connecting the three countries. This peaceful action became a symbol of the people's desire for freedom and independence from the Soviet Union.